It's time to upgrade our Bedrock Iron Farm for 1.16. Hello again, Skunk Monkey here, and today we are going to Minecraft Bedrock Edition 1.16. Yes, this is the beta version, and we are recreating our iron farm for the newest edition. As you can see right behind me there, it is working. It is working beautifully, and yeah, this is a really cool iron farm. It works really well. I'm very happy with it, and I will be putting up on screen right now a list of all the different materials that you're going to be needing, as I would recommend. And yeah, without further ado, let's jump right in to the build. So the very first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to build up with some random blocks just to get it off of the ground, because you don't want those iron golems spawning on the ground, and you definitely don't want the cat spawning on the ground. We'll get into why you don't want that later. And then you're just going to put down a chest. The chest is going to be where your collection is, and you can send it anywhere, but we're just going to put down a chest right now for collection. You're going to put a hopper pointing into it, and then hoppers pointing, not there, into that chest, or into that main hopper right there. And that is the first step done. The next step is to build this area right down here, which is going to be the platform which pushes the iron golems into the kill area. And you're going to want to make these out of a solid brick. You can do it out of glass if you really want to, but you know, something solid is absolutely fine. In fact, it is possible that you can get iron golems to spawn right down in here. So using a solid block is no problem whatsoever. And you're going to want to build this 11 blocks by 11 blocks. Once you have that done, we're going to take glass and we're going to build a ring going all the way around this. You can build this out of solid blocks as well. I just like building it out of glass because then I can look in and see that the farm is actually working. And, oops. Ah, I can't get it. Really? There we go. You get that ring all in. Now it is time for the next layer. For the next ring, we are going to go right on top of this glass, and we are going to go out 4 blocks, and we are going to make a ring going all the way around it, just like this, and it's going to be there, oops, one too many, 4 blocks out in all directions, going all the way around, making a giant ring. I did want to mention that that ring does need to be made out of solid blocks, because this is definitely a spawnable area for your iron golems. Once you get that made, you're going to want to build a 2-high ring of glass around it. This one does need to be glass because you do not want the golems spawning on this. And you just want to run this all the way around the outside. Once that ring is in, you're going to want to use some sort of a junk block that you are going to be getting rid of later, just to make a ring going around the inside right here. Because on top of this ring, we are going to get our fence gates, and we are going to place them all along this edge right here. This is going to hold the water back, but allow any entities to pass through it, including your iron golems, your cats, and also sometimes some fish. Once you get them all placed, you're going to want to open them all up, because then they have absolutely no hitbox and things will just walk right through it. But the water will still be stopped and won't be able to get through here. And while we're at it, we're going to add this right here as well. So put one down and then shift click. We're going to add one right there, one right here, and basically make a little ring. We can get rid of this one and open up these as well. This is going to stop the water that's going to be in this area and allow the lava that's going to be in this area not to be turned into stone. And then we can get rid of all of these dirt blocks. Once you have this built, what you're going to want to do is go up 4 blocks from this ring, start a new layer. You can get rid of these and basically duplicate everything that we just did with the gates, the ring, and the glass. Once we have both rings in, it is time to put in the water, and we're going to want to put one at each of the corners and also one right in the middle. This ensures that all spots are covered with water. We're going to do that for the second ring as well. But when we get down to this bottom area, we're going to want to put one not here, but up by one right there. And this will make sure that all of the area is covered with water so that everything gets pushed down in here. We're going to leave the lava out for now because we don't want any of our precious villagers getting burned up in that lava. But we do want all of this to be covered with water so that we don't get any mob spawns here while we're working, which would be really bad because these villagers are important and we don't want to lose any of them. Once all of the water is in, you need to come down here to the bottom, find a corner, build up 3 blocks with a waste block, and then build a 5x5 platform centered on this bottom area. And if you do it correctly, then this corner should be your outside corner, and every single one of these should just be covering this inside hopper area. And then we're going to want to place down our bed with a lectern on top of it. We're going to use a lectern because it is a non-solid block. Stuff will not spawn on top of it. And then we're going to want to put some glass along this side, some glass along this side. You can leave the middle in for now because we don't want our villagers getting lost. Build this wall up just a little bit just to keep the villagers in. And then we can start bringing our villagers in. Now, the villagers that you bring in cannot be nitwits. They need to be adults, and they need to get attached to this bed and to this workstation, and you need to bring them in one at a time. So I recommend that you have a breeder somewhere. You bring them through the nether, and then you bring them in, and you instantly get one that you regret having. Nobody saw that. There we go. Now we have an adult, and he should link up to this bed. He should link up to this lectern as his workstation, just like that. And I like to do this at night because then they go to sleep right away. I don't have to worry about them trying to wander off, and it just goes a lot easier. Once you have all 10 of your villagers in and it is nighttime, that is very important, you're going to want to fill in this middle area with glass. And then you're going to want to leave this open air right here. And then above that layer, you're going to fill that with glass as well. Then we can come down here and get rid of this dirt that we had in. And then this side glass you can either keep or leave. It's up to you. You can get rid of it, whatever you want. And that's the first layer done. Now we just need to replicate this 3 more times. Not too bad. After you get your second layer of villagers in, however, we're going to make one slight change. We're going to want to put a bell down right here. And that basically makes one of these villagers the leader of this village. And that's very important because that's going to determine where the iron golems are going to spawn. We want it to be one of these 20 so that it spawns on these platforms and it doesn't try spawning where it shouldn't. We can then fill in this area with glass just like before. And put in our glass here as well. And the reason we put the glass here is because it locks them into place. Once they wake up in the morning, they can't get out, and you definitely want to be doing this at night. And just to show you what that looks like, we'll go ahead and jump to day. They all wake up, they all get stuck in there, and if you don't put this glass out here, every once in a while, they will get thrown out the side. That is a bad thing. You do not want them getting thrown out of the side because we need every single one of these villagers here. And the reason that we're going to be doing 4 layers is because basically for every 10 villagers, you're getting a chance at an iron golem spawn every spawning chance. So we need to get as many villagers as we can that are connected to this one village. It is during the building of the 3rd layer when you are going to first see your iron golem spawning. This is because you have finally met the prerequisites, which is 21 beds and a minimum of 10 villagers. And we are now at 30 beds, and that is why our iron golems have started spawning. If you want to, you can go ahead and put the lava in at this point, but you can wait till the end, and it really doesn't make that much of a difference, except you can start getting iron from your iron farm right away. Once you get the 4th layer on, I would go ahead and recommend putting on one more layer of glass just to help give a little bit of a block in case lightning decides to strike in this area. But that is it. Now that you have your 40 villagers in, you have your bell, you've got all of your spawning platforms in, and our iron golems are starting to spawn. Let's go ahead and go down here and place in our lava. It really only takes 1 bucket of lava to to cook anything that falls in here. We're going to want to put it in this middle section right here. If we can get in here, please, sir. Please, sir. Right there. And it's going to kill the iron golems, but it's also going to kill the cats. And killing the cats is a good thing, because any cat that does not die, and any cat that doesn't die and runs away, is counted towards the cap for this village. And you do not want cats taking up your very valuable iron golem spawning area. So yeah, get rid of the cats, and it doubles as a string farm, because there you go. And if you really want to build this close to the ground, you can put some killer stuff down here, such as a lava trap, and you can get your zombies that will follow these villagers and go down there and die. But that is it. That is the entire iron farm for 1.15, 1.16, and it works absolutely beautifully. It delivers tons of iron, way better than 1.14 does, because they are accelerating the amount of iron golems that are spawning. Plus, this one has 4 layers of villagers that are trying to spawn iron golems. So this is an awesome farm. I hope you guys are able to build it on your own worlds, and that it works for you. And yeah, that's going to do it for today's video. And if you enjoyed it, please leave a like, consider subscribing, turn on those notifications so you never miss any of my tutorials. And you can follow me on Twitter, join my Discord channel, and hope to see you guys in the next Minecraft Iron Farm tutorial. Until next time.